Alright, so the theme for this deck is to build a deck around Snowman Eater. So, the entire deck revolves around the fact that it can be flipped face up to destroy a monster, also that it's a level 3 monster with 0 attack, that it's a water monster, and I think that's it. So, I have like Great Old Eagle in here. I can potentially destroy it with Snowman Eater to steal a card. I can use the Breeze Dragon to bring it out to go for some level 7 synchros or just needle fiber. And other cards to like search it out. I'm also running Snowman Creator, mainly because it's a machine type monster. That way I can bring it out with the O-Lion combo. Summon Sorceress O-Lion combo. And it also, has a bunch of Snowman Eaters on it, so why not? Alright, so final thoughts on this deck. It worked out pretty good. The thing is, Snowman Eater was a good card back in the day because it had a high defense points for having a good effect attached to it. Because usually cards like this had really low attack and defense, like a Man-Eater Bug or, the Light Huntress, the dog Light Sword monster. This is one of the few that had really high defense and had a good effect attached to its flip effect. So, it used to be used in Debris Dragon decks, like a one-off. It was also used in Froggy Monarch sometimes as like a tech option. It's not really used anymore because it's too slow. Like all flip-effect monsters are too slow in today's super fast Yu-Gi-Oh! But using it for like its level and type and low attack points was pretty good. Debris Dragon is a good card, so I was being able to use it with Snowman Eater to go into like Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Which is a really good level 7 synchro monster. The same with maybe White Aura. Oh, I'm totally saying that wrong. Whale. A really good, like, newish level 8 synchro monster that came out when, like, Link monsters were introduced. So you don't really ever see it. Plus, its requirements are water monsters. So with Instant Fusion and Sea Monster Thesis, it's real easy to bring out. Or Psyframe Lord Omega, which is what I brought out like 90% of the time. I did bring this card out once though. The biggest problem I had with this deck was deciding which cards to include in the extra deck. Like I went through so many different variations with it. I couldn't get it correctly. Like, should I run more than one needle fiber? Should I cut out one of the sea monsters? Because sometimes I'd only use one of them. And then I'd have a duel where I really wanted a second one, and then once I added the second one in, I never actually used it ever again. Whatever, it worked out. It worked out fine. Why did I have Spear Mode? Oh, right. I wanted to try out Spear Mode over a Kaiju. I don't know if I ever actually used it, though. I rarely ever actually use the Kaijus either. It's just kind of a, just in case kind of card anyway. And I don't think I ever drew into Supply Squad now that I'm thinking about it. I thought I'm going to be setting Snowman Eater a lot, especially since I ran Burst Rebirth just for Snowman Eater. And that's why I'm not running like the Solemn Brigade, because I thought I'd be paying a whole bunch of life points with Burst Rebirth. I was like, I can't really afford to pay a bunch of life points with the other Solemn cards as well. So to substitute that out, I ran Lost Wind, and I think Lost Wind was really good because I was able to recycle it a lot with Omega. I was like, that is a really good interaction. Maybe I should run Lost Wind over the Solemn Brigade if I'm ever in a deck that allows me to spam Omega. Because I really like that. It helped me win a couple of duels, I think. I don't know if they actually showed up in here. I know there was one duel where I recycled Lost Wind like a million times, and I just kept negating my opponent's effects. I can't remember if it came in here. I usually make these like end of video things all at once, and this is like the third one I've made, and I recorded the footage already and I don't remember all the duels. But I mean, I spent so long making the decks that I can still talk about them somewhat, and I think that's really it for this deck. It's just kind of a link spam deck. that also goes into synchros. And I think it did a good mix of both of them. It wasn't super link spam heavy like a lot of the decks end up becoming.